Are you guys ready?
Ready?
What? It's so funny. I'm just asking you if you're ready. Get out. Get it all out.
I didn't say anything.
No, get them out because I know you want to. I know you want to say it. Get your laughs out. Everything. What? What?
Oh, reverse missionary. All right, cool.
Come on. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex.
Hello and welcome. My name is Ashely Neal.
I'm Trey.
I'm Elijah Colas.
And this is The Birds and the Bees, where we not only talk about the basic sexual things, but we dive deep.
Can't do that.
And when I say deep, I mean real deep into some topics, some sexual topics that we don't really touch on. And not even just that.
That society doesn't touch.
Yes, society doesn't touch on. These are things that the people don't want us to know. But these are the things that we need to know. And these are also things that we think we know, but we don't really know.
We don't know.
We don't really know. Y'all don't know nothing about sex. What y'all know about sex? Y'all don't know nothing about sex.
Not a dang thing.
But we're going to teach you today on the birds and the bees. So what's our topic today? What we talk about today?
Dating apps.
Hookup culture.
And yeah, so that's what we're talking about today. We're talking
One night
about
stands?
no, not one night stand. That's another episode.
But don't those equal one night stands?
We'll get into that another
Hookup culture
day.
is that?
I'm not.
But yes, we're doing the dating apps and hookup apps.
Oh, hookup apps.
Just as a whole.
Apps.
So you guys know, of course, of the different apps. You know, we've got the basic Tinder, we got the basic Grinder. You know, those are actually, I'm not even gonna lie, those are the only ones that I knew of. I didn't know, and of course, like blackpeoplemeet.com. Those are like the online
Meet me on
dating
there.
sites. Blackpeoplemeet.com. Black on black.
1/13th black and black people meet.
No, aren't you like 1/30th, 130% black?
Okay, so the story of this is, my mom had a blood test done, and it was wrong because it said she was 103% African American.
I don't see no African American in this.
I don't think that's true.
So here are just a few 24 dating apps that I got from CBS News, so you know it's official. Okay? So number one, we have Tinder. So what is Tinder? If you're dating online, you're probably already on it. Since its release in 2013 and with its signature swipe right to like, swipe left to pass user interface, Tinder has become the go-to dating app and has shaped many that follow. So I assume that mostly everybody knows what Tinder is.
I feel like with Tinder, it's more of a younger wave. Because there's definitely the older wave, which are like actual, like, I like to do walks on the beaches kind of websites for dating. And then there's the Tinder, like, let's smash.
Meet me in this alley. How about that?
All right, number 2. We've got Hinge. This is based even more on Facebook connections than Tinder. The app only hooks you up with friends friends of friends, not friends.
That sounds like you trying to bang your friend's sister.
It limits the number of potential matches presented each day. So if you don't know, you have to be a mutual friend of somebody's mutual friend.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I saw you at this office party.
But this limits you from meeting strangers. Like, at least you know someone who knows this person.
But that person could be like, this person is a real creep, so.
But then you know
your friend, like.
Yeah, and doesn't that put the friend in a predicament?
Yeah, it's like,
I'll be wondering who my friends hang out with.
Yeah, what if you hang out with a dude who's into like scorpions or like salamanders, and just like you hang out with that?
Well, then you'll find that out on the Hinge app, and if you don't like them, you go to the next friend of a friend.
Well, he's like really into puzzles.
I mean,
yeah.
What's wrong with a man who's really into puzzles? Okay.
That's nice.
What's number?
Well, no, he's so totally
You want to date the man who's really into puzzles for the rest of your life? Saturday night puzzles.
What's wrong with
Sunday night.
puzzles.
Bingo.
Wait, hold on.
What's
What is
that?
Wait, what is this
Not every
one?
night.
Okay, so
So
now
he's a problem solver. I don't know what that.
Yeah.
he
Why
likes
is that
solving
bad?
I
problems.
got problems. He can solve.
He can solve all of them. All right, so number 3 is coffee meets bagel.
Okay. Oh, I love
Slow
that.
things down. To combat heavy swiping, this app limits users to 1 potential match per day.
Nah.
That's a waste of time.
Nah.
If you're not-
man, nah.
But
Okay, so I'm gonna get a whole week of just absolute. I'm gonna have to swipe left, and then I'll finally maybe on next
Trey.
Sunday I'll find somebody.
I don't think we can use that word. Leave it out.
No, like, of common slang words.
Go to
Coochie. We can say coochie.
That's it though.
That's it. All right, so Grindr is next. Think of it as the inspiration for Tinder with gay men as the target audience.
Trey, how
The
do you feel
app
about
uses
Grindr?
geolocation to let you know if potential matches are nearby. I don't like that.
All right, so with Grindr, it has a weird layout that I really don't like.
Okay, explain.
Cause it's all like, so with Tinder I like it. It's a clean look. You can swipe left or swipe right. With Grindr, it's like a whole grid of people, and you see heads and the lines of four.
I like
and it
that.
freaks me out. I'm like, calm down. It's too many at once. I need to see one
It's like
thing now.
POF though, because it's just like who's in your area. Because realistically, I'm not finna drive 45 minutes to meet you. Listen, I'm not. But if you like around the corner at the local Wendy's, getting you a 4 for 4, I hit you up. You get me a 4 for 4, and let's go make this 2 for 2.
So you're telling me?
You can find me at
I
Wendy's.
can find you on Grindr.
No. I'm talking about
Is Grindr
I mean,
like
listen.
dating or is it more like hookups? Because
It's more hookups than dating.
Yeah, I've seen screenshots and I was like, it seems kind of.
Grinder sounds like I'm trying to grind.
I've heard
Yeah.
some stories. I've heard some like from adult gay men. I've heard some like guys on Grindr.
Oh, they're-
Well, you gotta think, it's
I
a
heard
guy
there's only a
talking to
specific
another
type
guy.
of
So
people
it's,
that get liked on Grindr.
it's a guy talking to another guy. So how guys would talk to another guy, it's
It's a lot different.
yeah. Hey, you wanna?
Yeah, because it's more straight up. I feel like with guy on guy, it's a
You
lot
lost
more
it?
straight up than you have to do the whole, hey, how you doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 10. Aw, thanks, and do the small talk. But the guys is straight to the point on Grindr.
Because they know that.
There's no soft guys?
I've heard a friend of mine
Oh.
at work because he goes at like late night at work. He's on Grindr, and the word I don't even know if I can say this, but he was like, "I want you to come to the room and my mouth." That was something.
Bleep that out.
You can't say that.
I don't want to
You
promote
can't say
anything that
that.
has that. But it's okay, we're going to the next one.
Better,
All right, number 5, we got 24 to get through, so let's get through them. Number 5 is Siren. Made by women, it's supposed to be a more controlled environment where women can limit their visibility. So I guess this one is like women will put up different filters of what kind of men they
Yeah.
want, and men don't have that option. We have Grouper at number
That was
6. Grouper at number 6. For people who would rather meet in groups, the app picks the time and place. Free to download, but each meetup has a cover charge. For a round of drinks. For a round of
We
drinks.
love
No,
Twitter.
listen, man. Hold on. For a round of drinks.
How about we?
What's that?
Browse through users' ideas for a great date, then go on it yourself.
I like that.
Well, that's a cute
That's kinda
little
cute.
idea. That's a little
Yeah.
That's
cute.
kind of cute.
Bumble. From former Tinder employees, only women can initiate a conversation with the man in a bid to be less creepy and
So I
shallow.
guess there's no talking going on.
Alright.
No,
Alright,
there is
so the
talking
double standard
going
again.
on. No, okay. Today I got a lot of different, like, let's say, people's DMs from like different accounts and stuff, and a lot of these men who enter these females like DMs or whatever you want to call them are very rude and creepy and disgusting.
Well,
Send,
So,
send
I see
inappropriate
why
pictures.
Exactly. So when you make one specifically for women, where if you know they are comfortable enough to then talk to the person that they're seeking or they've matched with, it makes it a lot less like the bio says creepy. It's not creepy because
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not saying that girls can't come off strong because they can, but in most cases the women are very
It's like mostly to eliminate the chance of getting a nude.
yes.
Fellas,
Well, then,
Because
don't
dudes are
send
always more
unsolicited
susceptible to
penis
sending nudes.
photos. It's
like
not cool.
the dude nude market is saturated.
All right. So next is Plenty of Fish.
I've heard of
So
that.
many people
Isn't that Christian?
are selling. No, so many people are selling
I thought it was.
selling sex on there. Fellas, let me holler at you for a second.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude.
Selling?
There's so many. Yeah, there's so
Plenty
many.
of Fish.
It's so many times I've been on that website where like you like, hey, what's going on? And it's like $$, $$, $$. What is, and for a while I didn't know what that meant.
Let me explain what it is.
Understandable.
For people who want to cast a wide net, the site claims to have 90 million users. It also has more older users. That's not a description. So next we have Christian Mingle,
I think the biggest freaks are on there.
the
Yes.
companion to the dating site for those whose faith plays an important part in their life. So of course that's just like self-explanatory. If you're Christian, you mingle. Next. All right, so then we have J Swipe. I've never heard of this one
I've heard of
before.
I have not heard of this
What
one.
is that?
No.
Think of it as Jewish Tinder.
Oh,
If
they're
you
not.
both-
They're not leaving any
got
room for
money.
Jesus in
Nah,
the middle.
they
Oh
get-
no.
They stay in their culture.
Wait a second.
Jesus
If you
Christ,
both
you
like each other, the horror is performed.
I have questions.
I have questions too.
I don't think
I got an
I
inkling.
don't think anyone can answer them.
I
Without
don't
being
want to comment
offensive.
on this
We
one.
said that's our next one.
I don't want to comment
All
on
right,
that.
number 12 is bristle. Bristler? It's BRISTLR. For the bearded and the lovers of beards.
I will admit,
I can
do like
understand
beards.
that.
I do like beards.
I like beards too.
But so specific.
Hey, listen.
All right, but
we
there's
need
a wide
market.
amount of people
People know
who
what
like
they
beards.
want.
Yeah.
Like there might as well
Beards
be
are the
an app for
best.
hairy coochie.
Wait.
Got next one is Datch, DATTCH, based on the premise that women communicate differently than men. Detached is aimed at lesbian and bisexual women. It was
Yes.
developed in Great Britain and available in some U.S. cities. I think that's pretty cool.
That's
I
cool.
think that's pretty.
Let's go to an angry wine bar and
D
then
A
have fun
T
later.
T C H. Oh, you about to get that one, aren't you?
That makes sense.
It does, because
Yeah.
if you have an app for gay men, then you should also have an app
Yes,
for lesbian
Probably
women.
for-
So next we have OkCupid, the app linked to the well-established website. It has taken some of Tinder's picture-based swipe features. Users can post more information about themselves, so it's not all about looks.
I have a story about okay.
Why are you
Wait,
laughing?
I have a nice story first. I'm going to a wedding on Friday from a couple that met on OkCupid. So,
Oh, that's so cute.
yeah.
Okay, now what's your
Mine's not that
story?
cute. It's freshman year of high school. We found one of our teachers' OkCupid's account. And mind you, she's married, and she was married at the time.
Hey, man.
I don't think no.
We're not
I
disclosing
think,
anyone's
I think,
name.
No, I think she forgot to delete it because she's not tech savvy.
Number 15 is Crowdpilot. So this is crowdsource your next move. Users can live stream their date to friends to get up to the moment advice.
So,
That is
That is
creepy.
corny.
You know what I'm starting
That's
to-
just sad.
Wait, this is a
Yeah, that's
wait.
sad.
That's
This
really
is
sad.
This is
just
a
It's just like, I don't know what to
It's a
do. Should I
show.
kiss her? Like,
yes, no.
that's
This is
stupid.
a Black Mirror episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So next is Hi There, HIGH.
For the awkward people.
For the pot lover who wants to meet a fellow toker.
Oh.
I guarantee you, the first
October
conversation,
29th.
the conversation just goes up. Yo, you got 5?
It goes, you got more friends than you think. Welcome to your cannabis community.
I
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
I like that slogan.
That's nice.
We're gonna go to the next one. Next, we have The League. For the would-be power couples. Think of it as the first step as getting past the velvet rope.
I actually don't know what that means at all.
So basically, like, these are for people who know that they're gonna be great in life. So like, imagine like all your Ivy League students are in this app.
That's how you make Trump's America. That's right there. That's how you do it.
That's how you know everybody to block.
4.0 GPA, yeah. 4.0 GPA, let's make some kids.
Those are the same people that are like in their 50s and like
So
divorced
that's
twice.
selfish dating.
That are like,
I'm good.
I don't know,
It's
people
not
are
about-
just
I'm going
getting
live.
invited.
It's not about. I don't think it has anything
Like,
to
I'm
do with it being
self-centered.
you want
selfish.
some? No, you want
And I
someone who's
don't-
on your level.
Yeah, like
That's
I personally
kind of
think.
like I'm sorry, that's like a turn off.
Hmm?
It's like
No, I'm gonna lie. Listen, my GPA is 1.9. You got 4.0. Oh, we gonna have smart babies. Let's get it going.
Yes,
baby.
but my thing is that it's for people who want to also be with other people who are intellectually at the same
Yeah.
level that they're
The
at.
people that think that highly of their intellect are
They
also,
need their comp.
one, not usually that intellectual, and two, huge.
Is that the one
No, I
where
think it's either one or the other. You're either really smart and just horrible social skills, or you're not as bright as everyone else, but you're good around social
Yeah.
groups. Like
Go ahead,
you're
Bevel.
not both.
There's a dating app where you have to be accepted. Like you have to prove it. Is that the one?
I think this one is it.
Like you have to prove to the people
Prove
who
you
own
went
the
to
app
Yale.
that you're smart.
Yeah.
And then they let you in.
Oh, who are you?
Yeah.
You gotta take an IQ test to
It
date?
literally says the league, date intelligently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to be accepted to.
All right.
Fake numbers.
We've got Scout for those who want to talk to someone now, even if they're on another continent.
Oh, lonely.
The Shake feature matches two users who, wait for it, shake their phones at the same
Wait,
time.
wasn't that
That's pretty
Badu?
cool.
That's so sad.
Or that's
Yeah.
that's
I hate
what
my
Badu
life.
was.
Oh, you hate your life too.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is Taste Buds. To show you people with the same taste in music,
I like that.
the app analyzes your iTunes, Last.fm, or Songkick preferences. So whatever music app you have on your phone, the government will then go into your
When
phone,
you say it
take
like that.
all these music, and find other people who have the same music in their phones.
Endorsements.
Number 20, we have
Thrender.
Thrender for the couple who wants to meet someone for a
Unicorns.
threesome or vice versa.
Swingers.
I think that's, I guess it's cool.
I mean,
For sure,
it's
yeah.
to each their own.
Okay, so number 21, this one was the funniest. Ashely Madison, built as an app for people looking for an affair. It does not boast about the number of connections made. So if you are a woman,
I have a story about this website.
you know it?
Yes,
Go ahead,
because
spill it.
well, I was never on it because I'm not an old man. However, I remember a few years ago
Look at you.
that website got into a lot of trouble
Yes.
because a bunch of these political office holders, husbands, teachers, all their information got leaked and was made public because it's supposed to be anonymous.
True.
And it was funny.
Damn.
One of my teachers was on it. It was
Oh my
really
God.
funny.
But that's really crazy because this is what the
Soon
slogan
website.
says. The slogan says, "Life is short, have an affair." That's
True.
crazy, bro.
No. Life is true. Life is short.
So now, we have Invisible Boyfriend. When you're sick of answering your mom's questions about whether you're meeting people, this $25 a month service sends you text messages from an imaginary partner with a fleshed out backstory.
It's sad, actually.
That's really sad.
That's for
That is-
psychopaths.
You'll give him a name, choose his age and photo, and create his personality.
All right, Black Mirror, we get it.
Okay, Willow we have next. Think of it as the antithesis of Tinder. Users ask questions first and then sees photos of their potential match only after they match. I think that's dope.
You be
That's
mad
cool.
when you only link up with ugly people.
Yeah.
Well, then you
See,
want to
okay. So
Yeah.
I'm
Nah, you keep answering the question just like, I just keep getting.
Oh, then just date an ugly person.
Then go on
No,
Tinder.
See,
want
no,
to be
see, the
down.
thing is, people go, "Oh, I don't judge people based on their appearance." I understand. I'm not a shallow person. However, appearance is an important thing in a relationship.
Yeah.
You have to understand that you are physically attracted to the person. They may have a
That's
wonderful
not true.
personality.
You do not have to be physically.
You know what I
attracted.
never
I think you
understood?
learn to be physically attracted
Yeah.
to someone.
Well, when
That's
you're in
true,
love
too.
with when you're infatuated and in love with somebody, your brain will see them as
Exactly.
attractive.
You know
Yeah.
I never.
But it is always the initial step. People are drawn to
People who-
symmetrical
Well, they look, yeah.
faces.
Look over her
I
eyes.
personally feel like this app is for people who don't want to be on Tinder. This app is for people who actually care about the substance behind a person instead of what they actually look like, which is why they're on app. So I don't think that these are people who are seeking someone who's the prettiest person in the world. If they end up being gorgeous, then
So
they
it's
are.
only ugly
If they're
people.
not, no, it's not for ugly people.
I feel like it's the people that just aren't
Who is ugly?
hooked
It's
up
for
centric.
people who are not shallow. It's for people who actually like the in-depth of a person. Like, I don't care just about what you look like. I really want to get to understand you and know you, which is why they ask the questions first. And then once you see that that person either has the same mindset or, ideas as you, or whatever the circumstance may be that you find attractive, about them in their internal instead of their external, then that's when you see who they are. And I think that's pretty cool.
Ugly people.
It's not ugly people. And that's all that we have for this. Is there any apps that you guys
Was that
know?
24?
No, it wasn't. It was
Oh.
23. It didn't give me a 24th one, but that's okay. That was a
Real
lot.
life is the dating app. Just go talk to someone.
So we went out and we got some interviews and we asked some people about how they personally feel about dating / hookup apps. So let's take a look.
So the question we've all been wanting to ask you is, how do you feel about dating apps? Hookup apps like Tinder and Grindr and Bumble.
I mean, I feel like they cool if you're safe and you know what you're doing. Personally, I don't use them. I'm in a relationship. But if you're single, I think they're really cool apps to meet people.
You don't think that people should be leery about catfishing and stuff like that?
I think they should. You know, I think you should always try to meet people in a mutual busy place, public, you know, somewhere where if anything happens, you can call out for help and somebody help you.
Would you classify Instagram and Twitter and, you know, the more mainstream social media is turning into dating apps in a kind of way?
Yeah, I mean, we hear about it all the time. Oh, I found my boyfriend on Instagram, or oh, my girlfriend, she slid in my DMs. So that's how the world is going now. That's how everything is starting. That's what's gonna happen by the time we get old. That's the stories we're gonna tell.
All right, thank you. So, how do you feel about dating/hookup apps?
I'm pretty indifferent. Like, it's like if you want to use that, then you use that. I think some people have really good intentions when they use it, and other people just like use it as a joke or like, no, I'm trying to get some ass. But I mean, that's what you want to do. So like, you'll find your people online. But I think for the most part, I think they're pretty helpful. You know, you can find a sugar daddy online, get your little husband, whatever you want to do. So.
Have you ever used a dating app?
I wouldn't say I've used a dating app, but I've met people and had relationships with people through online.
Okay. And do you personally feel as though mainstream media such as Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat have turned into a dating/hookup like site or area? Yeah.
Well, I feel like if you can meet somebody online, it's gonna turn into that. Like, for example, like my parents met in 2000 on AOL in like a chat room with a whole bunch of other lesbians, and it just so happened to click. And like I've met like my current boyfriend, like we started talking on Lipsy, and like I've dated somebody that I met on Kick. So I think like if you could talk to somebody and like you find a connection, like it's just gonna have to turn into a little dating app.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you feel about the dating/hookup apps?
I feel like dating/hookup apps are good for people to meet other people.
Yeah.
To find things that they have in common with other people that may be not in their proximity.
Do you have any dating/hookup apps of your own, like accounts?
Of course.
Do you mind sharing which ones they are?
Sure, let me just run them through. I have a whole folder that says dating apps on my phone. There's Bumble, there's Grindr, there's Jacked, there's Tinder, there's Scruff, there's Hornet, there's Badoo, there's Meet Me, and Scout.
Oh, okay.
Does that make me a whore?
No, it does not. It just means that you are looking for the right one. That's all. Do you believe that mainstream social media such as Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter are slowly starting to turn into dating/hookup apps?
I believe there always were.
Right.
Dating/hookup apps. People have never been afraid to slide into other people's DMs. So yeah. I think Instagram is just like Tinder, to be honest.
Okay. Thank you. How do you guys feel about dating/hookup apps?
Hate it.
You hate them?
Useless.
I never used it.
Alright, so what do you consider a hookup?
Like Tinder, Grindr, you got Bumble. Let's not like regular mainstream social medias like Instagram. But
I
like
use Bumble, but I don't use it for like relationships. That's like business stuff.
business stuff.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys have or ever used or ever had a Tinder or
I've just
any?
known people who've used
It's not
it,
appealing to me.
and I've gotten a lot of bad like stories.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah, because you
catfish.
don't know who's behind the screen. So
Yeah, right?
I don't
So like,
trust
do you
it.
think catfishing is like super predominant in these apps, right?
I've heard
Yeah.
about catfish.
On Christian Mingle? Catfish is on Christian Mingle? Now that's ungodly.
What's the farmer website called?
Farmers.
There's
only,
like a
farmersonly.com.
farmersonly.com.
Do you guys think that social media, such as Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, are turning into hookup
Especially
apps?
Snapchat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People wanna
Snapchat
slide- people
definitely.
want to
Why-
slide in the DMs.
Yeah, so like why do you think like it's just easier access to communicate to people and like
It's easier for you to broadcast yourself and all your qualities, and people are gonna see what they like and then hit you up.
And you
about
can
it.
see what the people actually look like, because no one's gonna catfish their own pictures on Instagram.
No, you'd be surprised.
You'd
be surprised.
Well, 9 times out of 10.
It's harder to catfish on Instagram
Yeah.
and Twitter and such and such.
all right, thank you guys.
No problem.
So those were some good interviews. So obviously the questions that we asked was, how do you feel about dating/hookup apps? I don't use them. I've never used them, and they're not anything I think I'm ever going to use because they seem pretty sketchy.
I mean, the sketch is part of the fun. That's just me. I mean, if you're looking for something real serious, I wouldn't trust an app. But I mean, if you want something quick because you don't have the time to put your effort into everything, I mean, it's there for you.
That can be quick too, I guess.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Do you not get this?
I just don't like how unfair it is. It's just, it seems like it's now more an ego boost. It's really, the dating websites are now social media. So it's just people talking about how nice you look, but there's no actual relationship or intercourse. There's just talking. And there's lies. Also, guys, stop being creeps.
True.
Women, don't be egotistical. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't get anywhere.
And then another question we asked was, do you believe that mainstream social media, such like Instagram, Twitter, or Instagram, are slowly turning into dating/hookup apps? I personally think so, and that's because of the fact that, now it's not, you post a picture and a person likes it or comments on it. It's, I'm gonna like 50 of your pictures and then slide into your DMs and tell you how great you look. And then if you don't respond to me, I'm going to keep DMing you until you finally see my post and then respond to me in hopes of me having sex with you. And that's not what the purpose of Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat is for.
I think it's making people weak. Not weak, it's just making social skills are horrible now.
Oh yeah, technology in general.
Oh yeah,
I was talking, I love looking up, I say hi to everyone, and I saw a girl who was in her phone, and now on some weird stuff, I look to see what you're looking at your phone, and most of the time it's nothing. You just don't want to look up at people. Yeah. And someone was like, it gives me anxiety to look at someone.
But to be fair,
it's what's
people
going
have been
on?
like that. Like, before cell phones and everything, people were looking at magazines and newspapers to avoid eye contact.
That's true, but I'm like a firm believer.
No, that was a thing. That was
phones
the
go
entire
down if you're
thing.
at the table.
Yeah.
We're here to talk.
The same way people were complaining about cell phones, they were complaining about people around our age back then looking at magazines to avoid talking and everything.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, you would have to end the magazine and you'd have to talk. Yeah. I've seen people just look, just on some weird stuff. When you walk by someone on the phone, just look. They're not looking at anything. You're just, what's going on with people that you're like? It gives me anxiety to look at you.
And that's the thing. It's refreshing to walk on campus and for another person to look at me and to nod at me. Or to say hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People are weird now.
To actually acknowledge
that you are in the same space that they're in, and I think that's just pretty cool. I don't have to sit and have a full blown conversation with you, but for me to look at you and say hello, how are you doing? It's great. The premises and the purpose of these dating apps were not dating apps, but just social media in general, were to connect people that you can't see ever so often.
But listen, don't talk that hot stuff if you wasn't about it in real life.
Yeah.
You gotta be who you are on computer in real life. Who I am in my skits, who I am in my sets, who I am around my friends is the same. And you have people who will talk, who will bring stuff up, and it's like, oh, I met you. You're not like that at all.
So we went to Instagram and we did some polls to see what our followers think. So the first question we asked was, do you consider IG, Twitter, and Instagram as becoming or has become dating/hookup apps? 64% said yes and 36% said no. The next question was, do you know anyone who met the love of their life on a dating app? 36% said yes and 64% said no.
I think it comes with you actually seeing someone.
Yeah.
I can read it and that's amazing because I've read stuff where it's just you hit every mark on Tinder. But then we just don't talk. Whereas if we're at a bar and you yo, let's play Weezer. You listen to Weezer and I play beer pong. Oh, or you say, or you watch Adventure Time and it's that's all it is. And you're beautiful, or you have a swag about you. It's all your senses are getting hit.
Well,
That makes sense.
Well, no matter what you say about having the same personality on online versus reality, it's going to be different in person. You have to realize how you react to each other in real life.
Do you think dating apps are for finding the one or just hooking up? And 100% said hooking up.
Yeah.
There was no actually
no,
to
it's
date.
no longer just I think you can start with hooking up, and then a couple hookups in, you're like, you want to watch some TV? I watch The Office. I love The Office. And then you start from there. But I don't think you go into it thinking, I'm going to meet my wife. And
you don't.
I mean, that's like the same when you walk into a bar or club. You're not expecting to meet a life partner. It's a one-night thing.
Yeah, and I just think that, like, I personally don't know because I've never been on a dating app before. But horrible. I just know that I really love talking to a person face to face. I love meeting people. Like, I can sit and meet someone new and talk to them for hours. You know what I mean? And that connect you don't get
or online.
I couldn't even get that on FaceTime with someone. I need to be in the same space as you to talk and to really get to know you. You know, and I just think that a lot of and I'm not saying that dating apps are not good, because I know a lot of people who have, you know, found the person that they are with and have been with forever on those apps. And it works for some and it doesn't work for others, but it's not cool when people of our generation and other generations, you know, take jokes of it, because there are people that are on these apps that really, really want to find the love of their lives, and there are other people that are on these apps who are making fun of them, and I just don't find that's immoral to me. That's not cool.
What if you meet someone on Tinder, you chop it up, shows all the same shows, boom, y'all meet, she smell like wet mop.
Well, then but at the end of the day, that's what you find out when you meet her. But before you've met her, you liked who she was enough to meet her, like that. And if you meet her and she still gives you the same energy that she gave you in your DMs and you like her, then maybe her smelling like a wet mop is something that you can either look past, talk to her about, or, you know, say, you know, this was fun, but I'm not interested. But you don't have to be blatantly rude and be like, you stink. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you carry it. You carry it. You a grown man. Like,
I'm not the one. Listen, I get that, boo-boo. Listen, I'm not the one.
Okay. Well, that was our show today. We talked about the dating and the hooking up and how we feel and how you feel about it. You know, and I think we can take a lot from this episode. Maybe get off your phones. If you're going to be on a dating app, actually be there for the dating. Yeah. Come on now. I know you want to hook up. I know sex is essential.
There's apps for dating, apps for hookups. They're different.
Yes. So let's all jokes aside, please. Let's not take people's love lives as a comical.
We all want love. We all want communication. We all want companion. You're not too cool for it. Yeah. You're not too cool to like someone.
Exactly.
It's not cool to be emo.
And I hate the world. And you're not too cool to sit down with a person and talk to them like a person.
And if you are, sign up for the league.
Or any other dating app that you heard previously. So yeah, I am Ashely.
I'm Trey Perillo.
I'm Elijah.
And we actually took it to the polls to see what you guys wanted to watch for next week's episode. It was up against one night stands. Are you okay?
Every time I lean back, the entire wall shakes.
Please don't shake the wall. It was up against one night stands and first times when you lost your virginity, and first time won by 65%. So next week we'll be asking everyone how they lost their virginities and when and why. And we need to know, because when did you first ever have sex? That is our show today. Thank you for watching. We love you all.
As a friend.
As a friend.
As a friend.
You won't find me on Tinder though. All right.
I mean,
you can find them. I'll put everyone's Tinder stuff on here, Grindr stuff on here, so you could, potentially find the man.
Y'all remember when people were meeting each other on Club Penguin?
Yes! And we were like, 9! See you next